Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. Space Marines 2 is a very good title to test on the PlayStation 5 Pro, and yes, I know this game has not received a PlayStation 5 Pro patch yet. But that's actually good news, because I like to know what the PlayStation 5 Pro can offer in raw performance compared to the base PlayStation 5 and also the Xbox Series X without having any official PlayStation 5 Pro enhancement.
Changing magazine.
And the other reason is why I like to test this game before we maybe receive a PlayStation 5 Pro update is to see what will the improvements or maybe the disadvantages when we get a PlayStation 5 Pro update. Because just because we're getting a PlayStation 5 Pro official enhancement doesn't mean the game will be automatically better. So don't get me wrong, we have seen a lot of PlayStation 5 games with a much better outcome after a PlayStation 5 Pro enhancement, like The Last of Us, Horizon Forbidden West. If we're not thinking about the performance, but the picture quality has improved. Also, we have an improvement in Stellar Blade and so on. On the negative side, we have games like Silent Hill 2, where they actually just recently removed PSSR, the PlayStation 5 Pro upscaler, from the performance mode due to very bad picture or image quality issues. So I'm looking forward actually that this game at some point, Space Marines 2, at some point receives an official PlayStation 5 Pro update, because then I know exactly how the game looked before and how the game looked and plays after the patch. And now let's take a closer look on the image quality, picture quality, or also in regards of any differences between PlayStation 5 Pro base, Xbox Series X, in regards texture quality, shadows and stuff like that. And to be very honest, I couldn't spot much of a difference, and I would actually say they're all looking very much the same. So sometimes maybe it appears that the Xbox Series X has a slightly higher resolution, sometimes it appears that the PlayStation 5 Pro has a higher resolution and stuff like that. So it's very hard actually to say that there is a significant winner, or there is a winner actually, because there is not. More important it is actually when we now focusing on the performance, because here we can clearly see which system is better. And I think it's not a surprise that the PlayStation 5 Pro wins this performance test. So we need to make sure that you understand the testing what I have done. I just played this mission, and of course it's not a synchronized test, okay? But I think when we looking at the pure numbers, you can see that the PlayStation 5 Pro is more often to the 60 FPS mark than the two other systems. And that means we have a better performance. This is also very important because we like to stay as close. I mean, we would like to have a perfect 60 FPS experience, but we would like to stay as close to 60 FPS as possible. We would like, especially on the PlayStation 5, we would need to stay above 48 FPS all the time to actually use VRR. On the Xbox Series X, on the other hand, it wouldn't be a big problem if we fall below 48 FPS, because VRR works just much better on the Xbox Series X. And again, in this case, I really think there's a clear winner. PlayStation 5 Pro wins this performance test without any this is not a big surprise, to be very honest. In regards of the other two systems, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, it's very hard to say which one performs better, because again, the test is not synchronized, okay? So that's why we can't actually say, oh, the Xbox Series X is better or the base PlayStation 5. I can just tell you that on all the systems, I had fun playing this game, but you must enable VRR. Okay, my friends, so that's it already for this very brief, very quick video. Space Marines, I was going to say Stellar Blade, but Space Marines 2 on the Xbox Series X, base PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 Pro without a PlayStation 5 Pro enhanced patch, which is very important in this case, because I was just curious or wondering what is really the improvement. I mean, it's not a day and night difference as I would hope for. Let's say it like this, but we are much closer now to a 60 FPS experience on a Pro compared to the other two systems. But it's still not even close to a fixed 60 FPS experience. So with a PlayStation 5 Pro update at some point for this game, hopefully we're getting one, I'm expecting, actually for this test sequence what I have done, I would expect a perfect 60 FPS experience, to be very honest, because if you do PSSR in the right way, if you do the optimizations in the correct way, then you should have this experience. Everything else is just like a Silent Hill patch. Sorry to say that, but I'm very disappointed about Silent Hill 2, because this update, this PlayStation 5 Pro update is not a PlayStation 5 Pro update. It is absolutely terrible, and the reason why they removed PSSR is because it's probably just not usable in this type of game, or with the engine, or because of the low resolution, or whatever the reason is, okay? So very disappointed. So not disappointed about the PlayStation 5 or PSSR in general, because again, in my opinion, if you use this upscaler in the correct way, as we have seen in Stellar Blade, which has also some minor issues, don't get me wrong, but it is used in a very, very good way. And then when we're looking at The Last of Us, wow, this image quality improvement with, I would say, more or less the same frame rate compared to the base PlayStation 5, when we're talking about the high performance or high refresh, the more than 60 FPS frame rate, okay, up to 120 FPS. It's just mind-blowing how much better The Last of Us looks compared to the base PlayStation 5 with the same or even a higher frame rate. And this is exactly what I'm expecting in future games from the PlayStation 5 Pro in combination with PSSR. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.